Hey, 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 hey! A wonderful Thursday night, y'all. If I'm not mistaken, tomorrow's Friday. Welcome
Yes,
in,
it
TJ.
is.
Welcome in, Mariah. How are you this evening?
Mm.
Doing great. Doing great. It is wonderful to be back with y'all.
It's been a long time.
It's been a full week, which feels like a very long time, guys. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Um, and before we go too much further, y'all, I do want to announce that I'm giving y'all a privilege. If
Big announcement.
y'all going to Aquashella Dallas and want to be part of a club, like a chat, uh, I did go ahead and set up a group chat over there on Instagram. There's about a dozen or more of us on there right now. So it's kind of like a close knit chat. But hey, everyone's welcome. I'd love to meet y'all. And this is a way to get to know you before Aquashella. So when we see each other in person, it's like, hey, we're old friends. You know what I mean? So, um, and also, it's a way to kind of break the ice. I know in person, you can break the ice also, but you do it beforehand. That way, when you see each other in person, you have more time to spend hanging out with buddies than with trying to break the ice. You know what I'm saying? If I can get myself clear. So, anyways, that's off the topic. But anyways,
Nope,
you
but it's a
know,
nice idea.
yeah, I'm excited.
Yep.
Uh, it depends. It's like in 2 weeks from now, Aquashella.
Hmm.
So it depends on what happens from now to then. It might be we might have a blast Aquashella. So stay tuned for that. Um, all right. I'm gonna let everyone come in a little bit, and then I'll go welcome everybody over on FishM.link. You know, some of y'all like your names being shouted out. I mean, I understand that. It makes you feel. It makes you feel like you've been seen. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, and a big part of our weekly streams here is the community of folks that come and engage. So
Right,
it has become a major part of what we do here.
right. And like I always say, if you want to be your question answered or read, etc., it makes it a little bit easier on us on panel if you put at vibes quite in front of it. That way, we'll have to catch it if you don't mind. Thank you. Hey, I don't want to forget. Thanks to all the members, to all the co-hosts, and to all the moderators here on YouTube. You guys do a phenomenal job. Keep it up. Okay, let's go ahead over to FishBone.link quick. Before we
Yeah, I
hit
was
the
to
top.
say we have quite a group that has joined us tonight.
Yeah, I saw that. Oops. Ah, FishBone.link don't like if you go right into it. I have to refresh the page. Sorry, y'all. Uh, hey, those I got starting to mat. Uh, uh, make it a little easier for the FishBone.link. I don't have to refresh it every time to go in to see who's all participating. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But sorry, y'all. Wow. Okay. It says there's 18 participants in the chat. Shady Grady, Jeff Kane, Mark Sterlson, Plushy, Dennis Christensen, Vicky Fish Lady, Tyler Aquatics, Bunny Viper, Laura R, Stephen P, Outside Aquatics, Curlworks, Fishham.link, Zen Ginger, Sonny G, Nancy B, Big J, Fishkeeper, MS Aquascaping. Thank you everyone for being here. Alright. Hey Katie Hogan, welcome. Um also I put a poll in the chat. I'm gonna let it go for another couple minutes yet before I end it. Because some of y'all just coming in, probably just seeing it. Because I want to get a feel from y'all. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Let's go ahead and put the topic up. That way, those coming in can think about it. There we go. And I did got to do a little shout out tonight, y'all. Mariah, my co host, the best, oh, one of the better ones of us on panel, is the one behind the topic tonight.
You can call her the best. That's okay. Like you're gonna.
I wouldn't go that far.
Fine.
I wouldn't go that far.
Don't worry about it.
Let's not get too crazy with the embellishments here. You know.
Yeah, but you did come up with this topic. That was all you.
Yeah.
How the content you watch affects your hobby. Well, that's deep. That's probably why y'all are here. All of us. Be honest about it.
It's true.
If it wasn't for this content, we would not be together like this.
It's pretty interesting when you think about it, isn't it? How people who have a common interest in their physical, right? Like the physical life that's around them, right? Like here, a common interest, and it led us to a virtual world and a virtual connection with this huge group of people that we spend time every week together in one fashion or not. And it's really interesting when you think about it, that I don't know that any of us got into this thinking that this was even going to be a possibility, right?
All right. Looks like everyone's here with Smokey, TJ. I think maybe you and me should just leave and let Mariah take over.
No. It will not be so PG if everybody else leaves. I will say that much.
We're sorry we're holding you back here, Mariah. Wow, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Listen, just full disclosure, y'all. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I have a mouth like a sailor. Okay.
Can confirm.
Also, really quick, Shady Grady. Yeah. Shady Grady, this is not actually a new tank. It's just been a while since I've streamed from downstairs. This is the same tank that used to be in my background before. I just rescaped it. You guys
I like
it. Well, but yeah, I rescaped it again. But yeah, it's just been a while since I streamed from downstairs. Usually I leave the downstairs area to Cameron when I'm streaming. That way he can watch TV undisturbed and stream is undisturbed. But he's out right now, so.
Welcome in,
Jake's here.
Hey, Harley, welcome. If I missed your name, I'm sorry, Sonny G. You can definitely comment again, and I'll. Hey, even put Bob's question in front of it. I'll catch y'all. 3G. Anyways, back to the topic, y'all. How the content has affected me. Hey. Content has affected my hobby. I got cichlids, y'all. Who would have thought that Vibes would have cichlids? There was a young fella I was watching years ago. Back when I got into the hobby, I had goldfish and mollies and guppies and tetras. Cichlids wasn't even in my focus at all. But I was watching another fella's channel, and y'all already know who he is. But his content was all about cichlids. And I thought, that's pretty cool. It started growing on me. Well, it grew on so bad, I don't know how many tanks of cichlids now. So it definitely affected where I'm at in the hobby today.
Well, I mean, your logo is a cichlid, so yeah, definitely.
So it definitely affected it. Was it good? Was it bad? I'll leave it up to y'all to decide.
Yeah, I think that's pretty interesting to think about. I mean, for so many of us, content watching is what got a lot of people into the hobby in the first place. Whether it be back in the old days, it was just YouTube, or even now with Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, people will see a beautiful fish tank, an amazing aquarium, whether it's small or large, doesn't matter, and have never one's ever kept fish or thought about keeping fish until they saw it and just felt so captivated by it that they wanted to learn more about it and just indulge themselves into it and become a part of the hobby.
Yeah, I think I have a similar story. I don't think I would have ever gotten back into the hobby if it wasn't for YouTube.
Ooh.
And I've told the story before, right? But I'll tell it again because there's probably some folks who haven't heard it, and it's very relevant to tonight's topic. It was the fall of 2019. Back then, the majority of my YouTube watching was car related stuff. You guys all know that my other, hobby passion in life is car related, racing and other stuff. And so that was the bulk of it. And one day I happened to open YouTube. I was home, from the day at work, and was just kind of looking to see what was new to unwind to. And on my home screen where they have all those videos suggested, I could clearly see one of the thumbnails was of an aquarium. And I just remember thinking to myself, that's interesting. I remember being a kid, right? I was 10 or whatever years old, and got started keeping fish because of the science teacher, good old Mrs. Dunning, right? And then stopped when I got to college age, and never really did I think about the hobby again until I saw that video. And my initial reaction was just like, oh, that's interesting. I kept fish as a kid. Let me watch it. Let me just see what this person's all about. It was a Primetime Aquatics, so it was Jason Adams.
Ooh.
And he was doing back when he would do fish room tours, and they were like multi-part. So I want to say this was like the 2018, 2019 fish room tour that was like five or so parts. And I randomly clicked on it and I watched as he went kind of from tank to tank. And it was that quick that I just was like, wow, I really do miss this hobby. And I had no idea that was the truth. And that became, okay, let me do some research and understand a little bit more about this, right? And let me make sure I understand what am I getting into, what is different now, that I didn't, wasn't part of keeping fish, or wasn't kind of the common knowledge. And that's how I started to find more and more people and more channels. And it just kind of has snowballed from there. So in my mind, YouTube went from a total chance encounter to reigniting my love for the hobby to, okay, let me research this before I get my first aquarium and make sure I don't like totally goof this whole thing up, right? Because I know there's obviously big stakes. And then it became, okay, while doing research, I found all these channels with these people that I felt connected to in some ways, and started out as a lurker, and then moved into, okay, now I participate in chats, and it's just continued to progress, and it's made the hobby much richer for me, right? It's not just me with an aquarium or me with a local fish club. It's all of those things, but it's all of this as well. And it all started from one chance video encounter. It's amazing to me.
Yeah, it definitely goes on a person. Like some of us on panel, it's so bad we actually have to talk about it on a live stream. I mean, who would have guessed? Especially some of us. Actually, last night it brought me to that attention. Aquafunk brought it to my attention. Some of us introverts get on a live stream and talk about whatever we talk about. It's kind of crazy. Think about it. Because put us in the crowd, we'll be hiding. We'll be back in the corner listening to everybody else talk. So.
And think about the fact that the three of us are here. was really another chance encounter.
Mm-hmm.
You were at the Clash. I walked into the YouTube studio while you two were live. Had I not just on whatever, was it Saturday night? I randomly walked into the room, or Friday night or something like that?
No, it was actually Thursday night.
Was it Thursday night? So I walked in the room randomly just to see what was going on, and you were there, and I was just going to sit at that little table that was behind the cameras, and you're like, no, get up here. I was like, wait, what? And you're like, yeah. And that started the whole darn thing, right? And so that's another thing that YouTube has brought to me, right? Is this type of opportunity and interaction to be able to do these things, which you guys know I really love our Thursday nights, and it's just a great social outlet and a great opportunity for us to connect and chat and do all of those things. And yeah, so I can't say enough of the positivity that I think that YouTube has brought to me as it relates to this hobby. I did write some other things down here that we can go through, because I do think that if we think more broadly, I think there's other positives and some not so positives that, depending on who you follow and how it impacts you, it can take a different turn, right?
Yeah, I want some more welcomes. Hey, just in case, welcome in. Stephen P. Jack and Katie showed up. Craig, welcome. I tried, like I said prior, I try to avoid missing anyone, because everyone is welcome.
Did you say hi to Ivy, Bunny Viper?
Hey, Bunny, welcome in.
Be right back, you guys.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. Hey, Pet Sonics, welcome in.
Hi, Diego.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead over to YouTube Studio, and I'm gonna end the poll, y'all.
And I see that Alex is here tonight. I think he was not with us last week, if memory serves. So, Alex, I hope you're on the mend. I know you've been going through some stuff with your health, so it's good to see you back here.
Now I'm wondering if that poll is like 54% said no, 45% said yes. And was that a no to you didn't watch it last night, or you didn't enjoy it?
Ooh, that's the difficulty of a poll is now. Two-part questions, Vibes. We have learned that is difficult in the poll situation.
True. Vibes, make it simple. Ask one question only.
Well, because we can't ask for comment in the poll.
Right? I know.
Oh, Justin wants to know what we're chatting about. Yeah, so Justin, you can see on the screen that our topic is what we want to understand, how the content that we watch on YouTube affects our hobby. And so each of us have kind of been going through and have been kind of sharing, I think, our own perspectives on it. And so that's what we're trying to do tonight, is just talk a little bit about that.
Welcome in, Sean. Yeah, I did not see it, so could not enjoy it. Right on, Alashon. That makes sense.
Yep.
Cool, it works. I don't know if I said hi, but welcome in. Go to the polls. Hashtag go to the polls. Yes. And Alex answered your question. I appreciate it, Todd. Been having on and off issues, but mostly better. Hanging in there. Nice.
That's good news, man.
Todd.
Yep. Good news. Happy to hear that.
Hey, TJ.
Yeah.
They're asking for another poll.
Another poll.
Yeah. Hey, Night Owl Aquatics, welcome.
Boy.
You know what?
My apologies for the little change of scenery here, you guys. I'm going to be multitasking.
Ooh.
Okay.
Cooking while streaming.
Whoa. We got a question here, Mariah. Either Jake, Katie, or both want to know what you're cooking tonight.
I am making smoked sausage seared in a pan
Okay.
with some seasoning and some oil
Mhm.
and some white rice.
Well,
And I'm making brown sugar cayenne baked beans.
whoa, okay. All right.
Because I know not everybody's going to answer in the chat. So why not ask a poll?
Did you set up another poll?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was, did the, hold on. I'm going to read it off. Did the content you watch affect your hobby? Did it? You know, I know it affected me,
Yep.
but maybe, yeah, I don't know. Carl works. See his comment.
Look at those guns. Yep.
Yeah. MNC Aquatics, welcome in. It's the product pushers I can't watch. I unsubbed from a bunch of channels because of it. Oh, I'm sorry, MNC. I need to back off from being a product pusher. I'm sorry. That's not my goal.
I'm pretty sure you're not a product pusher, but okay.
Really? Okay.
I was gonna say I'm not sure what we're talking about here. Oh, and Stephen White from Spain has joined us too.
Hey, Stephen White. I mean, hey, MNC. Since you mentioned it, I'm a product pusher.
Oh no, here we go.
I know you never know what to expect from Vibe products.
I do not. Oh, but that's a good product. I think everybody here support that product. I think that's.
Well, I got a real good product I'm pushing right now. You know.
What is it?
Seacom.
Oh, Seacom. Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, MNC, nothing else, just bucket.
There
you go. There you go.
Woo!
Speaking of bucket, I actually sent Vibes a meme earlier that said, when you have 12 plus fish tanks and you still do water changes with buckets.
Mm-hmm.
And the woman goes, my mind is gone. My body is willing, but my body is withered away. Yeah.
I would imagine so if you're relying on buckets at that point.
Well, if it gives you any type of perspective as far as the Southern accent I just did on it, it was Blanche from the Golden Girls in the meme. So
oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. So Jeff brings up a really good point, right? I think he was joking because he's got a little wink there, but the content I watch and interactions have come really close to making me leave the hobby. And so, like I said, I put a list down here.
Yeah.
And I think that in my mind, one of the ways that this can impact you is self-doubt. I think also in it can also result in like FOMO, right? Or
maybe like feelings of inadequacy.
Yeah, or frustrations, or you end up you're not doing it the way that someone you're watching is doing it. And I think again it comes back to discussion we had prior when we talked a little bit about social media being, is it good for the hobby, right? Or how do we make it better for the hobby? We talked about how people with a platform like us, right? We've got a weekly live stream that we do here on your channel, Vibes, and that gives us a platform. And it can get to a situation where it causes people who don't have that platform or feel like because we have a platform, we know things that they don't. And it can really cause issues, right? People feeling like, oh gosh, I don't do it like they do it, so I must be wrong. Or oh my gosh, look at, Mariah's got those beautiful Texas cichlids and I don't have them, and I'm I miss out. And so I think that like anything, we get influenced by the content that we watch, and it's important to, I think it's important to kind of keep your own kind of tabs on how is it making me act? How's it making me feel? And make sure that you're really, you're really paying attention to that, because it can cause you to do things that maybe don't make sense.
Mm-hmm. I'll let Carl's comment. Wait a second, Vibes. Fish keeping hobby or the content creating hobby? That's a good question.
Oh.
I mean,
so when I initially thought of it, this is just me personally. When I initially thought of how does the content you watch affect your hobby,
Mm-hmm.
I am going purely based on the fish hobby. How does the content you watch about what we do here, about what we all do, how does it affect what you do in your personal everyday life with your hobby directly?
Mm-hmm.
Is kind of the angle I'm looking for.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
That's kind of how I thought about it too. But I think that Riva brought an interesting twist to the whole thing, though.
Yes.
Right? Because arguably the content creation, I mean, for a lot of people, it's at least part business.
Yeah.
Right? But it's also, for a lot of people, it is hobby. And so I think that was an interesting angle that I had not considered. So I appreciate the heck out of the comment.
And I think there's also too, along with that, there's a lot of us that are in the hobby, like a lot of people in the chat that are in the hobby, but are not content creators. They choose not to create content on it other than just posting their own personal videos or pictures or what have you.
Yeah.
But they don't necessarily consider themselves content creators.
Yeah. Oh, and I've said it before, right? I don't consider myself to be a YouTuber in the fact that I don't have my own like channel that I actively manage. Right? There is a channel that's attached to my name, but it's really it's a repository of race videos that I've had from over the years and continue to add to as the seasons go on. But I don't do it with the purpose of kind of creating a community around it, right? It intentionally. And so I view myself as someone who's a co-host here, and I'm lucky to have other opportunities to co-host with other people and support those folks who I feel like in my mind are the real content creators of that particular situation. Right? Like, this is your channel, Vibes, right? And you manage this channel. It's something that you actively continue to grow and build. And I'm here as, someone who enjoys having the opportunity to be a part of it.
Right. I like Steven's comment.
I saw that.
Nowadays, if any interaction or stream is negatively affecting me in any way, I peace out immediately without saying a word. Life is short. Steven P., that is great advice.
Yes.
And if you're here, if anyone's here watching, and something is not, it's affecting you in the wrong way, leave. Don't even stay here. Don't. Please.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And you know what? I'm not going to be offended.
No, right? I mean, I think that's perfectly illustrates my feeling on it. Is everybody's got to make up their own mind on the positivity, hopefully, that the content they watch brings to them, or whatever it is that they're trying to get out of it, that it does that. And if it doesn't, then yeah, absolutely, I think they need to decide, hey, this just isn't the thing for me.
Most definitely. And something else, I wanted to mention this too, is a darker side of the content that can be out there is there's a lot of it that is not good content. And what I mean by that is that there's people that are just posting videos of fish or their animals, their aquatic animals, in very bad situations, and they post it as humorous or cute or what have you. And to those that are less knowledgeable about the hobby or that animal that's being depicted in that video, wouldn't think twice about it. Whereas we look at something like that and it's horrifying, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And we know that that's not the direction that you should go in as a person in this hobby, but there's a lot of people out there that wouldn't know that if they're just starting out or if they're new
Yep.
to the hobby and genuinely just trying to get information
Mm-hmm.
about it, and they come across this bad content. It can be very misleading and can also be to the direct detriment of the person that's became interested in the hobby in the first place, because they're going to be trying everything that they can that they saw from that content, and it's going to end horribly
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
possibly
Alex.
turn them off the hobby altogether.
Yep. Alex had a comment that was hitting very similar to what you're talking about,
Mhm.
that he bets it's frustrating for beginners trying to make their tanks look like some of the tanks on the big channels. But at those channels, the tanks are unrealistic or not practical, and they reset them every 3 months. And I think
Yes.
that's absolutely right. You know, you don't see the behind the scenes, right? You see the part that that person wants you to see, and it can make you feel like, why can't I make mine look like that? And
Mhm.
you never understand why you never quite get there. And yeah, I think absolutely it could get to some people where they start to feel like, again, you know, are they doing things incorrectly? And it puts those doubts in their mind.
Yes. On the positive side, I like seeing content of fish I don't have and new products that might interest me. Yes. Hey, side note, we ain't saying that content's bad.
No.
We're just, bringing awareness to it. That it could affect you. Or does it? I mean, it does me. I'm just sharing my experience.
Oh,
Maritime Fish Keeper, welcome.
content absolutely affects me. And I think it affects everybody in some way,
Absolutely.
right? You know, you especially when it's a situation where you start to know the people, whether you've met them or not, you've interacted with them over time, or you've been in one of their live streams, so you start to get to know them on some type of level. It still may be a very surface level depending on your relationship with them, but you start to get to know them, and you get to know the type of content that they put out. And you know, you may need a laugh, right? So you
Mhm.
go to that particular person's page because you know that maybe they are really good at kind of the humorous side of things, or they put out shorts that kind of, you know, will kind of brighten the day. And
Mhm.
yeah, I think I think every video or short or whatever that I watch has some sort of an impact on me, and it brings out some sort of an emotion.
Mhm.
And that to me is the really positive part, is the fact that I think in general, right, we have a bunch of people in this community who are extremely well-intentioned, positive people, and you know that the things that they put out are done in such a way that it's not, you know, the clickbaity type of stuff that uh you know, Mariah, you were talking about, where it's, you know, animals in unreasonable situations and things like that. It's them sharing things about their aquariums, and you know, trying to teach you from their experience, and maybe share something funny along the way, or you know, they're going through a tough time. Vibes, you just put out a video about losing a koi,
Yeah.
right? And it's a tough situation. It's a reality of the hobby, right? But it's one of those that those of us that know you, right, we get a certain feeling from watching that kind of a content. And
Yeah. I actually be
yeah.
honest with y'all. I was debating about not even putting it out. Like, I
Hmm.
was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and put it out. It might help someone else out. You know.
Yep. Yep.
There's some chats I want to read, y'all.
Yeah, go for it.
Maritime Fish Keeper. I'm saying
Maritime.
right?
Yep.
I'm here to stir the bucket. I like it. I like
Nice.
it. And then finally come up with the bucket we trust. I like it, y'all. You guys are good. I'm seeing some in the chat that you quit watching certain content. Wait, hey, I'm the same way. If it's not helping you, quit watching it.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, there's some channels that have the channel because they're a business. You know, it helps them. So I understand that. I'm not faulting for it at all. But yeah, anyways.
You know what? I would agree. If it's not helping you, or at the very least entertaining you, don't stick around.
Right.
Yeah. And we've all got to be our own judge on that.
Right.
Hey, welcome in, Dee.
Oh, I need more brown sugar. Oh no, I don't.
Okay, hey, Mariah, all this time I've been wanting to ask you, and you finally showed me that tinner. It's a red label on top. I thought I recognized it.
What's that?
Stop Your Mama.
This?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, can't go wrong with that, honey.
Uh-huh.
Got my cayenne.
Whoa.
Got my garlic powder, salt, pepper. Got my onion. I ain't even gonna show y'all my seasoning cabinet.
You definitely
that'll have to be another video for another channel. We'll have to do a separate cooking channel on that one.
Yes. Since you mentioned it, those who wondered, that channel, I mean, it's not very active. I've not been actively posting. I need to get back to posting on the channel. But hey, as a side note, it's hard to post 2 different channels, y'all. It's hard enough to keep one channel running up and going.
You're a busy man.
Yeah. But
you are a busy man.
Get that channel to the point where I can do live streams over there. And that will be about making food, etc. So yeah. Alex, that's some Georgia cooking. Eddie, take notes. Smokey and Katie should be cooking channel.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Oh, that would be educational, and I have a feeling hilarious, because I feel like both of them are hilarious ladies. Steven says, I'm all about entertaining. I at least hope to make someone smile if I don't necessarily have a lot to teach in a particular video. I'll tell you, this morning before I went to work, I was sitting there eating breakfast, and I watched the video of the 90-gallon that Steven put out, kind of showing sort of the progression over time and talking a little bit about it. I know they take a tremendous amount of time. That was like a 10, 11-minute video, and it probably took him 10, 11 hours to do all the editing and put it together the way he wants to. But one of my favorites as far as edited content is definitely Steven's stuff. I think that he mixes, in my mind, he mixes the education and the entertainment and the quality of what he puts out, because he puts all that time into it. So yeah, Steven, I think mission accomplished. I always find your videos to do all 3 of those things for me.
Yes, I agree with TJ on that, 100%.
Yep.
Hey,
yep.
Welcome in, Garcia. Welcome
Not
in,
to say that others don't. Oh, Garcia? Is Garcia here?
Woo! Garcia Aquatics here.
That looks like the smile of the man Berto that I got to meet at the Clash. It's good to see you, buddy.
And by the way, Mariah, Alex said, do you have a plate for him? Perfect.
Whoa, look at that. She does.
I like it. I like it. Okay. Back to the topic, y'all.
So for me, would say the two biggest influential channels for me in the beginning, when I first started really getting more involved in the hobby, probably would have to be MD Fish Tanks or MD Aquatics, over out of the UK, and Caveman Aquatics.
Oh, Kev.
I love Kev to death. He was, it's gonna sound really corny, but he was like one of my heroes basically for the hobby when I first started watching him. Because one of the first types of fish I was interested in and interested in keeping were peacock cichlids. And when I stumbled across Kev, that was pretty much all he kept at the time, were these big, huge, beautiful, I mean, just stunning peacock cichlids. And the way he would set up his tanks and describe what he was doing and with the product he was using, it really helped me a lot, kind of just do certain things in certain ways and just try out stuff. And a lot of people, I'm seeing a lot of people say that they don't really like Kev that much because he does push products a lot. But again, you guys have to understand, he is at a different level of content creation. That is going to happen at a certain point. He's got these sponsors, he's got those promotions. Of course, that's going to happen. There's a lot of other channels that do the same thing. Now, it's not really the product promotion that drew me in so much as, like I said, how he does his tanks and the fact that he explains the benefit of doing certain things in certain ways. Whether you involve the products or not that he's specifically talking about, that's your decision to make. But I do like it. I do like his content. I like his channel. And he does have some beautiful tanks.
And he didn't start out that way, right? I remember when, like I said, when I first started to find all these different channels, his was one that I started watching. And back then, I think his channel was still fairly small. And he didn't have a connection with the product. He did talk about them, but not necessarily trying to promote. It was just really talking about what I think was successful for him, and it's grown into this. And I'll tell you, for somebody, if they're looking to make it a business, he's done it, well, right? Yeah. I can't say, how successful financially is it. I have no idea, and it's none of my business. But I will say that he has done quite the job of being able to grow that channel and to build these partnerships with big brands in the hobby. So if that's his mission, I think he's doing very well. I would say it's also probably not always the type of content that I'm interested in, but it's changed for me, right? Where now I do it because I like to support the people that I know and watch their videos, because again, we have that connection. Either we've met or we've spent so much time in chats together or things like that, that to me is what's special at this point.
Welcome in, Jesse.
Wow. Some pretty rough comments, you guys.
Hey, those in chat, be careful. If my co-hosts don't like it, stop it.
Don't hate, appreciate.
And now, hey, here's a quick question for y'all in the chat. If my content affected you, are you thinking about going out in the wild, collecting locally now, if possible? Sure. You know what? Let's go back to the poll. Oh, people start coming in. Okay, I'm gonna end it right now. There we go. I got another poll. Someone asked a question. I'm gonna let y'all answer it. How about that?
I like Alex's comment here. He says he agrees with Jake and/or Katie. Despite personal views, you can still take good lessons from a lot of people, even if they don't align with your views. Yeah,
Yes.
I think
very true.
And I think that's a life thing, right? I think you don't always have to agree with everything or the majority of what a person thinks to learn something from them. Now you've got to decide, are the things that you don't like so extreme that it's like a real moral challenge for you? I mean, then that's going to be hard, but you can still learn things from people, even if you do things differently, and you may further decide that you definitely don't agree with them after the interaction, but it's worth the discussion because you never know what you might learn.
Hey, welcome man to Local Austin. Hey Mike,
Mike, bro. Good to see you, buddy.
My buddy, local, really local. I'm excited.
Really? From 2 tanks to 14. Holy cow, that's a big jump. That's a quick jump.
From 2 tanks to 14 is you're in deep, Jake. You're in deep.
I'm sorry to inform you, Jake.
That's a bigger commitment than marriage right there.
Yeah. Hey, Jake. Once you start, there's no going back. Whoa.
That's okay, guys, because on our wedding day, I'm going to tell Cameron, well, now that we're legally married, I'm getting 5 more fish tanks.
Oh, whoa!
Huh. I like your style.
All of which are going to be over 75 gallons.
Ooh.
Oh, now you ratcheted that up a little bit, huh? Rachel said she's going to start charging for answering the polls.
Yeah. Rachel, I like this. Hey, welcome in, by the way.
MNC had 38 tanks before YouTube, then went to over 100, and now back to 18.
Oof. People are people. Take the good with the bad because we all have bad. Look for the good in everyone. True. True.
Fair. Yep. Fair. So I thought some other things that I think that the videos, the content that I watch does for me. It gives me ideas. It educates me. It motivates me. And the biggest one for me, right, no surprise, is it brings the community. I think, right, I think that all of those things, like when I know we kind of took a turn down sort of some of the negatives, and they exist, but when we think about the positives, the number of ideas I never would have thought of. I still think of the one, and I didn't get it from a video, but I got it through this live stream. I think Riva talked about, seeing, or maybe even personally, he was doing vinegar eels and putting the bottle in the aquarium, and that they would swim out through like the if you stopped it up with
like filter floss.
Yeah. Remember that? I would have never thought of that, right? So these interactions, they give me ideas. I think it's the education. It's the things that you guys do that I don't do, and vice versa. It motivates me to do things differently. And then again, I feel like that the community was brought to me through YouTube, and so tremendous positives. I see. I see Riva says, what all kinds of Shelleys do you have? I have right now. I only have one kind of Shelley. I've got the Maltese, the multifasciatus, which Vibes, you've also got a tank of those.
Yes.
Are you going to steal some of Vibes Caudapunks when they're breeding? Oh, the Caudapunks are so cool.
They are cool. I didn't even realize it until I saw them in person. Right? I mean, literally.
So cool. So cool with those bright orange, like the orange or red fins.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you could only keep one kind of fish for the rest of your life, what would it be? And it can't be Frontosa's Vibes, and it can't be Shelly's Todd.
Oh.
All right, y'all. Have a good night. I'm gonna step out.
Oh.
Mm.
You know what? Alex has a good point there, you know.
What?
Because Todd doesn't actually have tanks. Nobody can verify he even has fish. I think he just tries to fool us. We're still waiting on that tank tour, mister.
I have talked about it with the boss man here, and I don't know that we have ever aligned on doing one. So it's on the table, but
it's on the table. That's a start.
Okay. So
we're gonna have to get that on the calendar, y'all.
Yes.
Everybody in the chat. Everybody in the chat. Spam in the chat right now. Hashtag Todd Tank Tour.
There's a fish tank right there.
Oh, there you go, y'all.
Sneak preview there.
Yeah, that is a tank full of my Parasiprochromis. They are the deep water.
Yeah.
Yay! Everybody, let's go. Hashtag Todd's Tank.
Yeah, and then all the other ones are downstairs. Oh, so I'm still thinking about the question that Mariah asked. If I could only keep one fish and it can't be Shelly's,
hey,
what would I keep?
I tell you what, Todd,
man.
How about you keep Frontosas and I keep Shelly's?
How's that help me? I mean, I like Frontosas, don't get me wrong, but like that.
But that way we can both enjoy it. I love Frontosas. I can watch it through the camera. And you love Shelly's. You watch mine through the camera.
So what you're saying is that then you and I have to have a very elaborate scheme where we have like a live camera on the tank so that you and I can watch each other's aquarium anytime we want?
Exactly.
Oh, now that's dope. Look, Vibes is gonna call Todd like, "Hey, I'm having some bad service connection right now. Can you just check in on my tanks for me?" Bro, I'm in Philadelphia right now. What are you talking about?
Yeah, right. I'm at the office. There's nothing that I can do for you.
Like, I mean, even if I did see something wrong, what do you expect me to do about it, man? I mean,
or he's gonna be like, "Hey, wait a second. I just wanted to let you know that I saw you this morning and it looked like you poured the last of the milk out. So you're gonna have to pick some up on your way home from work."
Right. Hey, welcome in, Jenna P. Except for Todd, would have his Frontosas downstairs. I wouldn't see them on camera, right?
It's probably true. That is probably exactly what would happen. So
Katie said that'd be awesome. I think that's a good idea.
Oh yeah! Oh, sorry, y'all. My bad. I get excited when my food's almost done.
I was gonna say that was pretty abrupt. Not that it was bad. You know that we both feel like you sing quite nicely, but it was just an unexpected belt out.
I get real excited when I'm about to eat. Ooh. That's the attitude leaving my body.
Okay, that's good. That's all right, man. So if I was gonna keep one fish for the rest of my life, what the heck would it be? Shoot. I would probably say that it would have to be my Vietnamese white clouds.
Okay.
And that is because I still feel like I have work to do with them to try to get them to be more prolific with breeding.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel a sense of responsibility that I have them in my possession, and that we just don't know what their numbers are out in the wild, and it may be none. And I feel responsibility that I quite accidentally ended up with them at the fish club. I mean, I knew they were white clouds, and I was going to put them in a tub, and that they would be a good choice for that for the summer. But what I didn't know is I didn't know that they were on the rare side. And so I feel like that's what I would do, because I feel like there's more work to be done with them.
Is this fish doesn't have to be inside or out? Does it matter?
Don't matter, but only one type for the rest of your life.
It'd probably be the koi fish.
I knew you were going to go koi.
I figured you were going to do that. When you said if it does it have to be inside or outside, I figured you were going to go koi.
Because that's the next one that I would have chose because of the personalities.
Mm-hmm.
The puppies.
Yeah. Alex, I see your comment. Yeah, I'll take some photos of my Tnichthy's kunai and send them your way. And yeah, we can compare them. They definitely look different than the ones that you've got. The color pattern is quite a bit different. So yeah, I'll definitely do that. I'll take some pictures and send them to you. I'll look you up on Fish Fam link.
And other ways that the content that I watch affected my hobby, I started wanting to go to conventions regularly, if possible. You know, spending money, $100 a year, to go to conventions. That who would have thought travel all across the country to go to a convention talking about fish? I mean, who would have thought? And now I want to do it. But someone else videoed it or talked about it, you know? So
Vibes, I'm right there with you. Right? I think the Clash is one of the highlights of my year. And being able to go to an event like that and meet people in person that I usually interact with only virtually. It's great, right? It's like whatever it is, 4 or 5 days. I last year I got there like on Wednesday. The show started on Friday and left on Monday, and it's such a great time, and it adds that extra layer of the interaction with people and being able to build deeper connection than you even can through the normal weekly times that we get a chance to chat with each other. And so yeah, that's another way that I never would have found any of that stuff had I not ended up hitting that first video.
Yeah,
since it's just crazy to think about it.
That
Ivy says that if she could keep only one fish, it would be either her fancy goldfish or the 6-barred Achilles. Oh yeah, I know she's got the 6-bar Achilles that she's shown. I think she's shown them on a live stream at some point, or certainly talked about them.
Hey, don't get me wrong, y'all. These guys right beside me, they're definitely getting to me. I mean, now every time I come close to the tank, they're like, "Hey, feed us! We're hungry." These are the mollies, by the way, the wild ones.
Oh yeah,
and the babies. So yeah.
Are they continuing to populate?
I haven't seen a new batch in the past week yet. So.
But you got quite a few in there, you said.
Oh yeah, there's probably 40 of them in there, babies. I need to pull some out and put some other tanks probably.
Yeah.
and it wouldn't hurt because it would be nice to populate my pond, my big pond. That'd be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I would love that.
Garcia asks if we like black convicts. Are black convicts just the standard convict?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Hey, God, if you're asking me, no, I do not. I'll be honest, I don't.
I
like convicts. I think they're cool.
I have a different take on it only because I am fascinated, and this goes back to how I originally, found the hobby through my science teacher. Was she had a tank and put, in that case it was Crebensis, but the whole parental care aspect is fascinating to me. So for that perspective, I would say, yeah, I do think I like convicts because I know that that's something that they typically are pretty good at.
Yeah.
Also, when you think about it, if you get a pair of convicts in a tank, you pretty much don't have to buy any more fish after that. If you just want convicts, just put the pair of convicts in the tank and you're fine. You never have to worry about replenishment.
Right.
Even if half of them die, you're still good. You don't have to worry about it.
Oh yeah.
I know that sounds like really
Maltese
up,
too.
Yeah. Yep. The Maltese is the same way.
I would even argue with moths and guppies and live bears. Like absolutely, they're gonna be fine.
I'll tell you what, in my community tank, I've got 5 red wag platies, right? So the red platies with the black tails, black fins. And they are very entertaining. And I feel like it's always a platy party. I've never gone there and found them not to be like screwing around doing something. One day I was filling up the aquarium and a couple of them decided they thought it was fun to swim up the python while it was filling the aquarium. So it was like swimming up a rapid. And I watched them do this for a little while. I was like, what in the world are you guys doing? They would swim, they'd make it a few inches up into the end of the python, and they'd come shooting back out. And they did this, I don't know, half a dozen times.
They must have watched Finding Nemo.
Seriously.
Probably.
Right? So it is always just they are always having fun with life. And for me, that just is entertaining.
Also, really quick, you guys, y'all in the chat, I already told Vibes and Todd about it, but I think I'm going to tell y'all too. So you guys are already familiar with King, of course. My baby, my sweet boy, my love, my life, my everything.
There you go.
Well, King has a new companion, and this is Valkyrie. She is a Husky Pit Bull mix. She is 2 years old. She's incredibly sweet. King loves her to death. And she is essentially going to be a long-term foster until her mom is able to be in a better position to be able to take care of her.
She's got beautiful blue eyes.
Yeah.
They've got just a very touch of blue. When you look at them directly, they're almost completely white.
Oh, okay.
They've got just the very slightest hint of blue.
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't care about the fish. She has no interest in the tank whatsoever, like King does.
Oh, interesting. It'll be interesting to see if she picks it up from him.
Possibly.
Right? Yeah. If after so much time he's paying attention to it, if it starts to make her feel like, oh, that's interesting. Let me take a look at that.
Very true. And to go back to answer my own question, I guess, as far as the type of fish.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. It was your question. It's only fair that you now answer it.
Well, I have 2 answers.
What bucket?
What?
It's kind of like out of the realm of reality, but if I was able to, I would own whale sharks. Just saying. But since that
Did you notice that Vibes and I reacted exactly the same way? We both just shook our heads.
But like I said, since that's way beyond the realm of reality of what I could possibly own, I would probably have to say African butterfly fish.
Ooh,
Okay.
good choice.
And the reason I say that, they are just, I've never kept them in my own tanks personally, but I have kept them in my store tanks many, many times. They are incredibly cool to me. So fascinating to watch. They just float on the top of the water so gracefully, and they looks like a butterfly, and they've got that mouth like an arowana, and it's so funny because a lot of people, when they see them, they think they're upside down, and they're not. But to drop a live cricket on the surface of that water and just watch them just dart across with those wings, it's really, really interesting to watch. And it's funny because there's been times where I would come into the store and the tanks we had were tiered. So the upper levels were back further than the bottom levels, and they were all open top tanks. There were many, many times where I would come in and the African butterfly fish that were in the center level would be 2 tanks over and a row down, 2 tanks up and 1 tank over, and they would just be jumping from tank to tank.
Wow.
And I can't believe I never walked in and found any on the floor.
Right.
I mean, God knows I found plenty of guppies and mollies on the floor.
Oh yeah.
But and killifish, because somebody decided to keep taking the top off of that tank.
Yep. See it, guy.
By Berto. So, okay, so
Bye.
what I took from that whole answer, I think we can piece several things together. We heard that once they're officially married, she's going to get more tanks, at least 75 gallons. And if she could keep any fish, she would keep whale sharks. What I heard from all of that, if I'm adding 1 and 1 and getting 2, Mariah apparently is buying the Atlanta Aquarium.
Yeah.
That's the only
God,
logical
buy the
answer
Georgia
that I could come
Aquarium.
up with based on all of this. I'm pretty sure that's what's about to happen here.
Oh my God! If I could buy the Georgia Aquarium, I would shut down everybody's content creation. I would just set up a bed in the main exhibit, in the Ocean Voyager exhibit, where the whale sharks are, Yushan and Taroko, and I would just live. I would just live.
So she's thought about this, Vibes, right?
Yeah,
she's got big
yes.
plans for this. When she's got big plans when she makes this purchase known.
Yes.
Oh,
Interesting. I think we just cracked open an entire case here of what's happening.
You don't know when she wins the lottery.
Yeah,
There's gonna be signs.
maybe she already did.
What's messed up is the Georgia Aquarium. I don't think it's able to be purchased because I believe it's a public entity, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. But if it were able to be purchased, I don't even think hitting the lottery would be enough, because that's a lot.
Yeah.
And hitting the lottery just to purchase it, that's one thing. Paying the bills on that place, the utility bills on that place, could you imagine?
That sounds like a whole bunch of excuses that someone was about to buy the aquarium would say to throw us off the track.
Listen. I'm not talking about the maintenance of the facilities where people walk around. I'm just talking about the tank maintenance.
I'm just going off of the evidence that was presented to me, and so
Stop doing
I don't know. I did want to answer. Riva asked if I am on Discord. I am not on Discord. I have very purposely not joined the Discord because it's just a world I can't get sucked into from a time perspective. I am very worried about getting too wrapped into it. So no, I am not. It's not because I don't want to interact with people. I just have to have some separation.
Stephen P said he's just trying to block higher bidders.
It's true. It's true. She's trying to discourage. She's trying to discourage other people from getting the idea. She's like, "It's not possible. You can't do that." And
well,
it would just take far too much money.
Donate to my cause. If anybody
you wouldn't
wants to
want
donate
the maintenance. How would you do that? Again, these are all things that the person who's buying it would say. Riva says, "I'm afraid of myself when it comes to getting too full involved with something like Discord." Absolutely.
You guys.
I don't know.
a union mandated break from YouTube. Not union mandated. Oh my gosh. Holy cow, you guys. We've been live for an hour and some change already. It doesn't seem like it.
No, it doesn't. It's 9:22. And Ed is going live tonight, I believe. Let me just...
what time is Ed going?
He's been live 20 minutes already. That's okay.
Ed went live early?
Yeah.
What?
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah, that's good advice, Mark. Treat Discord like any other social media. Dip in or out when it suits you. Yeah. I
Hey,
agree.
Big Tank Hank, welcome in.
Hey, Hank.
When I dip, you dip, we dip.
Yeah, man. I
That's
do that
classic.
100% too. By Discord.
What's
I'm
that?
Not,
You're not-
Discord is not my cup of tea. I use it if I have to, but I don't enjoy it.
Mm.
I ain't got time for all that stuff. No.
Jake likes dip. Okay, Jake, what's your favorite type of dip?
There you go. Is it Cajun dip? Or is it queso?
Ooh.
You can say down here, chili con queso.
I like to dip.
You know what? I'm gonna stop the poll. How about that?
Oh Lord.
There you go. And in the poll, y'all. I gave y'all plenty of time to answer. Is Vibes? 88% said yes. 11% said no. Now I want to know who the 11% is. What do I need to do differently?
Anonymous Vibes. You can't be like now trying to like out the people who didn't give you the answer that you're looking for. Like, that's not how this works.
No,
I'm sorry, but I have to stand up for my friends here and say we did not do this in order to out people.
Vibes, do you got roots growing out your feet?
I haven't trimmed them recently. I mean, yeah.
Oh, you ain't got no roots growing out your feet. Then why you want so much shade?
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. So we got Zen like French dip. We got
Okay, Coro, that
like
should be
jalapeno
illegal.
ranch. French onion soup mix stirred in cottage. Oh, good God.
Whoa.
Jake likes custom taco dip.
Skinny dip.
I wasn't going there.
Did you see Mike said wintergreen?
Yeah.
That's a different type of dip, Mike.
Nope. I'd just rather have French onion dip. Like, just give me some French onion dip. I'm not gonna mix no French onion mix and no cottage cheese.
Oh, Steven with the guacamole, good choice.
Yeah.
But not
Guac.
the pre-made store-bought stuff. He wants the homemade stuff.
Yes,
I
I
like
agree,
it.
Steven.
Katie says she likes any dip. She just enjoys condiments in general.
Yeah.
Hey, no
Same.
shame in that.
Worst condiment on planet Earth, and you can fight me. I don't care. Ketchup. It is disgusting. It should be illegal. It's the devil's kneecaps. Is what it is. It's the
Ugh.
devil's sweat. It's gross.
Ketchup.
Ketchup.
Nice to know.
What? But ketchup is like the base for so many things.
No.
No, you don't like cocktail sauce?
No. I don't like tartar sauce neither. Ugh.
Well, no, I don't think it's in tartar sauce, but cocktail sauce? No? Okay.
I like ranch.
I like this.
Oh
Then
God,
the
Jenna,
cottage cheese.
please. I beg you not to.
Come on, Jenna. We want to see this.
No, I beg you not to.
That's just gonna be a mushy mess. A mushy, light green, chunky mess.
Jenna, I mean,
Ugh.
if it makes you mad, sure. Whoa.
Ooh. Catsup, ketchup, anything like it. And I don't want that sweet tomato juice nowhere near me.
Since y'all been talking about cottage cheese in the chat, I'm gonna go ahead and bring it up.
No. Oh man.
I am. I had that done before. Tonight, earlier, Hog and Hill Design was live. Anyways, they were asking what I was eating for supper. I said pizza, and it was good. I think was it Katie? I mentioned, how about you put cottage cheese on top of pizza, top of it? And I said, I haven't yet. First
you
time
could.
ever. Took a slice of pizza from Domino's,
Yeah.
covered it with cottage cheese.
Hmm.
It was. It's an experience.
That sounds like an appropriate way to term it. You didn't say a good experience.
Will I do it again? Probably not.
What are the defining dividing lines between a sauce, a dip, a condiment, and soup?
Okay, I got you.
Ooh.
Here we go. Because me and Cameron was just talking about this the other night, actually.
Okay, go
Oh,
ahead.
I know.
Okay, I am.
Check this out. All right. So,
Consider me interested.
all right. And by the way, I am not condiment challenged. Thank you very much. Okay. So, a sauce is, for instance, if it's on something, it's a sauce. Okay. So, if it's on it, or if it's tossed in it, or if it's drizzled, it's a sauce. Cool. It's a dip. Don't matter what it is. If you're dipping it in it, it's a dip at that point. You can dip your fry in your milkshake. At that point, your milkshake is dip. If you can dip it, it's dip. Condiment kind of goes along the same lines of sauce, but I would differ it slightly in that it would probably be more so things like relish, mustard, things that are gonna significantly change the texture and the flavor profile of whatever it is you're eating. So condiment kind of goes hand in hand with sauce, depending on the specific substance that you're talking about. And soup, that's just a whole different ball game. That's just soup.
If you eat it with a spoon, it's soup.
Now, if you're dipping your grilled cheese in tomato soup, it's dip. That's also soup. They can coincide with each other at the same time, too.
Yeah.
Oh, so they're not mutually exclusive. That's an interesting.
Like, for instance, I could take some ranch, right, from the wing spot and drizzle it on my wings. Now it's ranch sauce. But I could take that same ranch and dip my fry in it, and it's ranch dip. Then I could take that same ranch and put it on a salad. Then it's dressing.
Well, that's confusing.
Yeah. Kind of like a there situation.
So I'm going to let me get a comment here from our buddy Kenny, ABC
Hey, Kenny, welcome in.
Fries in milkshake is the bomb. So I haven't
Yes.
done this in forever and a day, but fries in a Wendy's Frosty.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but going back to the topic at hand here. So Mariah, it's almost like the way in which you use it determines what it is in your definition.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
So really, ketchup is just tomato soup if you drink it, if you eat it with a spoon.
I won't be eating that with nothing.
I don't know.
I like it.
Do you eat tomato soup?
Yeah. I also eat tomato sauce. I eat tomatoes.
So if
I eat
you, yeah, so if you
But ketchup is a whole different world.
So basically, tomato soup is just ketchup that's not a condiment. It's
No.
being used as a soup.
No. Tomato soup is delicious. It's savory. It's smoky. It's buttery. It's vinegary. It's everything wonderful about a tomato in soup form. Ketchup. That is the devil's toe jam put in a bottle.
Is ketchup a tomato pudding?
Tomato pudding.
I mean, it's got similarities, right? It's
oh,
like
butterscotch, tapioca, chocolate, vanilla. Okay, I'm good.
And tomato, apparently.
No, absolutely not.
I mean, it's sweet like a pudding.
I think we lost her.
Oh no!
I'm gonna cry.
Sauce goes in stuff. Condiments go on stuff. Stuff goes in dip, and soup is made of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's basically what I said, just a little bit more condensed. Yeah, I should have said it like that.
Tomato sauce isn't actually a sauce. It's a condiment because it goes on spaghetti or whatever. Because he says sauce goes in stuff. I don't know about that. I'm not sure I can quite go that definitive.
So, well, I guess it depends on how you make the spaghetti. Some people mix their spaghetti, like the meat and the sauce, with the noodles, and some people serve it on top of the noodles. So I guess if it's on top, then it would be a condiment. If it's mixed, then I guess it would be in it. So it would be.
Okay, so I wasn't thinking of that as in. I was thinking more literal, like it's got to be inside of like inside your ravioli. He didn't specify it that way. That I took it that way in my own. I
don't know. I guess it depends on how you use it and what you use it with as well. Because like the whole thing I said with the ranch, like it depends on what you use it with.
Mm-hmm.
You can use ranch on your pizza, on your wings. You can dip your fries in it, dress your salad with it.
Yep.
You can put it in as an ingredient, as a casserole or something, whatever.
Kenny, he clarified. It's mixed in, right? So it's not necessarily in like I was thinking. It's mixed
right,
in.
not internal, but yeah.
Yep. Riva wants to know about Cincinnati chili. I lived in Cincinnati for 6 years. Not my thing.
What is that?
So Cincinnati chili it's a chili that comes, you can get it meat or meatless, with or without beans. But yes, it's a sauce, right? Because it's mixed in with the other stuff. Okay, I could follow our logic here. It has like chocolate and cinnamon, and so it's got that type of a spice.
What?
Yeah, content to it.
Nope.
Not my thing. Not my
thing. Well, no wonder the Bengals is a terrible team if that's what they eating. God.
Whoa. How many people did we just offend?
Yeah.
In one fell swoop here.
Any Bengals fans in the chat? Sorry, not sorry. You know I'm not lying because that sounds horrible. So wait, what if I wait a minute. So what if I order a Cincinnati chili, right? But I want it meatless and beanless. Is it just sauce and vegetables at that point?
I would assume yes. I never, the 1 or 2 times in my 6 years that I had it, I never had it that way, but I would say it's something like that.
It's basically just vegetable gravy at that point.
Speaking of gravy, filter gravy is for sure a sauce, Steven says.
Ew, filter gravy.
Hey, good night, Didi.
Good night, Didi.
Good night, Didi.
Okay, Alex, you gotta stop.
Steven, I like my filter gravy served as pudding to really savor it.
That requires what, a thickener of some sort, right? A gelatin?
Yeah. Ew. Rachel got the question. Let's discuss the difference between effect and effect.
Okay, don't be coming for our grammatical mistakes, okay? I was like, I'm not gonna tell you exactly what, but I was not in the best position when I sent the message, okay? So my brain wasn't working that great at the moment.
And what I just did, I just copied it and pasted it.
Yeah, so come for me. I'm sorry.
So it was an innocent mistake.
Yes.
That was not edited.
Yeah, I did not edit it at all. I just boom, that was it.
Yep.
But y'all still came to watch, so it's all good.
It's fine. It's fine. They're just
yanking
the chain. Riva says that I forgot the most important part. It's served on spaghetti noodles. So it can be served on spaghetti noodles, but I think they also serve it on hot dogs. And there might be a couple of other choices there. Again, in 6 years I had it twice, and that was enough for me. So I don't know all of the ins and outs of it, but yeah, there's definitely one of the more common ways is that it's served as a sauce or a condiment, I guess, on spaghetti noodles.
That sounds almost as bad as Chicago style pizza.
Whoa, we took a left turn there.
Just straight through a shrimp net, thicken it.
Ew. Oh my God. Wow.
Like soy sauce, filter gravy seasons the whole dish.
Clearly, yes.
I bet it gives it a real umami flavor, huh?
Oh God. That was too much for me. Riva says Mariah's trying to get herself jumped in the parking lot at the next fish convention, making enemies left and right.
Listen, I'm sorry. Fight me. I don't like. Listen. Who decided that it was a good idea to put the cheese on the bottom and the sauce on the top?
Oh God.
It's gonna go everywhere. It's a tomato sauce pie at that point. It's no longer a pizza, it's a pie.
Oh, we're talking about the deep dish pizza again.
Yes.
Okay. I wasn't sure where we went. We have talked about so many things tonight. I wasn't exactly sure where we were headed. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. I have King Ray. That's right. And Valkyrie. She got the backup. Yeah. I'm very particular about my food tastes, okay? Leave me alone.
Yeah, that's fine.
I like ranch. I like hot sauce. I like barbecue. I like honey mustard. I like mustard. I don't like relish. I don't like tartar sauce. Ketchup can go directly back to where it came from.
Tartar sauce.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just some stuff that. Blue cheese?
fair.
Nope, absolutely not. Nope.
No blue cheese.
There's only one type of blue cheese that I don't mind, and it's from this wing place right up the street.
Mm-hmm.
Their blue cheese is tolerable.
Okay.
Wasabi, I like wasabi. Wasabi's good.
Ooh, yeah. No, man, Jake, now you make me want sushi.
Love me some guac.
Mm-hmm.
I love spicy. I love anything spicy. I really love hot stuff, spicy stuff. Stop chewing on your foot.
How about Heinz 57?
Steak sauce? No, it tastes too close to ketchup for me.
I tried.
No, absolutely not.
Good
I don't even like McDonald's barbecue sauce because it's too ketchupy for me.
Mm.
Wait, for those that are leaving here and going to another live stream, put in the chat, surprise, hashtag ketchup.
Ew. Also, if you putting Heinz 57 or any kind of sauce on your steak, you didn't cook it right.
Fair enough.
Worcestershire sister sauce? Yeah, I like Worcestershire sister sauce.
That's good. That's good.
Worcestershire sauce.
Why don't we
Yes, I
just
like
call it
Worcestershire.
W sauce? Make it easy for everyone.
Guppy sauce?
W sauce.
Oh, W sauce.
Mhm.
It was like guppy sauce. What are you talking about?
You want some
I'm not
Worcestershire
surprised.
sister sauce? Yeah, I want some Worcestershire sister sauce.
Okay.
But see, the worst Worcestershire sister sauce. That's what I'm just gonna stick to it because I done said it too many times now. If you're gonna use that, you should use it while cooking the steak, not put on to the steak afterwards.
Okay, fair.
Or you could even marinate the steak in it because it is also it's very acidic, so it would be used as a good meat tenderizer.
You see Steven P's comment?
Wash your sister sauce. Yep, that's
Yeah.
exactly what I said. Wash your sister sauce.
I like it.
You heard it here first.
And Zen says my grandfather just called it Worcestershire sauce.
My mama says Worcestershire.
Next week,
Jake says next week is seasonings.
Oh, don't even get me started. I got a whole cabinet in there, y'all.
it's gonna be good.
Mariah's
Matter of
top 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. We not including salt and pepper because those are given. Those
That's
are
fair.
automatic. Okay. Garlic powder, cayenne pepper.
Well, wait, I thought this was supposed to be your next week.
Oh
We're doing
shoot, my bad. Shoot.
She let the cat out of the bag, y'all.
I was ready. I was ready. Listen, we
As
get
soon as
on
I said
food.
top 5, you just were jumping for it. So,
Oh yeah.
and I'm
No,
gonna miss
garlic
it.
powder.
I won't be here next week.
Oh,
Garlic salt is a waste of money. It is stupid. There's no point to it. Garlic powder is very different because it is literally dehydrated garlic. There's a difference. Do
yeah,
not buy garlic salt.
I agree. Buy the powder and mix your own salt if you want it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Instant Ocean, Fritz. No.
Okay, I read that one wrong. I read that so wrong in my head.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you. Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nope, that was not spelled the same at all. There was a missing letter there.
Anywho, moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey,
Nope.
hey, y'all. Let's do it here. Yeah. This is an idea of what kind of content that y'all could get over on the food channel.
What we just previewed here was the food channel accidentally. Oh no, no, Mariah, no. Oh, 10 points to Jake.
Yes.
Oh God, dang it, y'all! Oh God. Oh, no. I rebuke it. I rebuke all of it.
Mm.
Y'all behave, or I'm sending y'all to your rooms. Alex, I'm already in my room.
I'm already in my room.
Alex, where are you going to send us to now?
Oh God, I'm literally crying.
Oh.
Oh God.
Anyways, y'all, we're an hour and a half in. I think
Yeah.
we need to call it a night because we can't keep right up too late.
Mm-mm.
Anyway, this was great content, y'all. I know it kind of changed from fish content to food content, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, before we head out, though, y'all, TJ, you want to take it away? Give us some words of wisdom.
Yeah. I don't know if there's any wisdom here, but you know, thank you for. Are you laughing? Did I just say something, or are you laughing at Alex's comment?
Exactly. Yeah. Alex,
Oh God.
Don't play with your toys. You're grounded.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry, TJ.
Yeah, no problem. So yeah, just thank everybody for coming out tonight. I know we had a bit of a varied type of show tonight, but it was fun just the same. And like I said, I won't be here next week. I'll be at the racetrack in Ohio. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. You guys will certainly be here, carrying on without me, having a good time. But yeah, thanks to you guys as always. I always really love these opportunities to chat with y'all on Thursday nights.
Yeah, thank you. And how about Yama?
Same thing as always, y'all. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for having me on. Glad we had a great time tonight, y'all. Glad to be back. We'll miss you next week, TJ, but we'll be back again when we come back home.
Yep.
As always, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Treat other people how you want to be treated, and may God treat you how you treat animals and elders.
And don't eat ketchup.
Yeah, and don't eat ketchup.
I don't know about that. But okay.
Get you some hot sauce and ranch, you'll be all right.
My fries disagree.
Anywho, thanks everyone for coming out tonight. Thanks for my best co-host on YouTube, Mariah and TJ. You guys are phenomenal. Keep it up. Anyways, until next time, love your family. Stay positive. Positive vibes only. Peace out, y'all.
Bye, guys.
Bye.